Hey everyone, and welcome to another Pokemon Productions video game review. And this time I'm going to be talking about one of my favourite Sonic games of all time. I've talked about Sonic Unleashed, which is my all-time favourite Sonic game, and I've talked about Frontiers, which is my new second favourite, and I've talked about Generations, which is my former second favourite. But now I'm going to be talking about which is, at this moment in time, my fourth favourite Sonic game, Sonic Colors for the Nintendo Wii. Now, this game really had me hyped when I saw the trailers way back in 2010. This game came out about 2 years after Unleashed, and it basically copied the same formula of the gameplay, but it also brought in a few new stuff. Like, see these little aliens flying around Sonic? Those are the Wisps, and they're the new additions that were introduced in this game. So, I'll read the back of the box to you. Welcome to Dr. Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park. Can Sonic's new color power stop Dr. Eggman's plans to take over the universe and free the captured alien wisps from his cosmic theme park? Explore hidden paths, adrenaline-pumping super speed, use alien color power to perform new moves, play with a friend, also play as your me. I'll talk about that in a minute. So the story is that Eggman has built a theme park, an incredible interstellar amusement park. And so Sonic and Tails have actually visited the park because Sonic is certain that this is just a forefront for another Eggman scheme, which of course it is. And no sooner do we get into the story, we see his sidekicks or cohorts, Orbot and Cubot, two of my favourite Sonic characters, trying to capture these little aliens called Wisps, one of them being a Cyan one. And after Sonic saves them, the Cyan Wisp merges with Sonic and gives him new powers. Yet each of the Wisps in the game gives Sonic a specific power. So the laser one here makes him go super duper fast and he can rebound off walls. Drill lets him, drill through certain surfaces and even go through water as well. Rocket lets him fly up at super speed and he can skydive as well. Spikes lets him run up walls and he can even do the spin dash. Cube, that's the blue one, can turn him into a cube and swap out blue rings and turn him into blue cubes, and he can even create a shockwave. Hover, the green wisp, can help him fly up distances and even travel along rings as a lightspeed dash. And then there's this one, the Nega Wisp Frenzy, which lets him become like some sort of monster and he can devour everything in his path. And of course, there's the other one there, Yakka. He's the main wisp that accompanies you on your adventure. Basically, he encounters Sonic and Tails and tries to help them stop Eggman's plan to use the wisps to take over the universe. Turns out Eggman's amusement park is just a forefront to use the wisps and convert them into energy for this weapon he has. Which is a mind control device. He plans to use a mind control device to take over the universe, as mentioned in the back of the box. Like he would basically take control of the whole universe. He would put the whole universe under mind control, so they would be subservient to his will, and he would basically become like ruler of the universe. It's quite convoluted. Well, it's not really convoluted, but you know. So anyway, the gameplay in Sonic Colors is pretty good. It's a bit similar to the gameplay from Sonic Unleashed, which we have the boost formula back, except rather than enveloping Sonic in a blue aura, he leaves behind a rainbow trail when he boosts, which is kind of cool, and it's rather it's kind of reminiscent of the whole Colors thing. He can also do the homing attack, and he can double jump as well. He can slide, stomp, wall jump, do pretty much a lot of stuff. And I have to admit, it's a pretty good game. It's really good gameplay. And the boss battles, the 6 main bosses of the game are basically just rehashes of each other. You have the Rotatortron, which was in the Tropical Resort World, and it gets repeated with a few other stuff in Planet Wisp. Then there's these ships that you actually have to defeat the captain of in Sweet Mountain and Aquarium Park. And then there's the ship you have to actually chase down and destroy directly in Starlight Carnival and Asteroid Coaster. But by far the best boss in the game is the Nega-Wisp armor in Terminal Velocity, and which is the final boss of the game, because you're just chasing Eggman and he's using the Wisp power against you. Like, he's creating lasers, he's creating cubes to slow you down, and spikes. It's just a shame that those three are pretty much the only color powers he uses in the game. He only uses cube, laser, and spike. And Frenzy is mentioned, but I never hear him used. He sometimes even puts them together, like puts lasers to connect, cubes to connect the lasers together. Imagine if he did that with something like Drill or Rocket. He could like fire rockets at you and they'll be spinning around like a drill. Something like that. I don't know. But yeah, the fight is pretty good, and it has all the Wisps just following Sonic, fighting alongside him, and Sonic uses all their powers to take him down. And it ends with the Wisps flying back home and saying goodbye to Sonic. Of course, it's not the last we see of the Wisps, because of course we see them in Generations, Lost World, and in Sonic Generations, Sonic Lost World, and Sonic Forces. But pretty much this was supposed to be the final. I guess it's supposed to the Wisp. I guess it was originally supposed the Wisps were to be a one-off appearance, but I guess they garnered so much popularity it warranted the reappearance. But all in all, Sonic Colors is a pretty darn good game. And if you guys have a Wii, I would highly recommend picking this game up. Or if you want it on a more modern console, it does have a remaster in the form of Sonic Colors Ultimate, which is currently released on PC, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PS4. Not sure about the Switch. Not sure about PC, I mean. Yeah, and I am going to be doing a review of Sonic Colors Ultimate as well, to do a comparison to it as well. And there's a lot to talk about with Ultimate. But if you want a solid Sonic game and you want a bit of nostalgia and you want to go a little bit retro, then I would say pick up the Wii version of Sonic Colors. It is a fantastic game and I absolutely love it to bits. It's my 4th favourite Sonic game as of now. And I absolutely love it. I loved it when I was a kid and I still love it now. So all in all, Sonic Colors is a fantastic game. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a colourful day.